Hey chess friends, how's everyone doing? Yesterday I defeated Magnus Carlsen, but he played quite aggressively. While humans may not be as strong as AI in chess, I recently watched an incredibly impressive game between Hikaru and Magnus. In this mind-blowing match, Magnus sacrificed 2 rooks. Let's dive into the excitement. Magnus started the game with e4. We have 3 knights variation from Nakamura, where he could go with bishop c5 or knight f6, but he goes with Steinitz defense, d4 pawn captured, and here white can go with knight d5. Let me show you the variation. Bishop here, bishop g5, black played knight e7 to block the attack and he will immediately fall in our trap. If black captures the knight, then bishop takes e7 will arrest the queen, so in this position. If black takes the knight with bishop, then sacrifice your queen fearlessly because you are the Stockfish friend. Checkmate your opponent with bishop and knight, eat popcorn and like the video. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched, they must be felt with heart. Back to the position, Magnus takes the pawn. Couple of moves later we have knight e7 to play naturally, queen d2 d6 castle, and Naka could bring out his bishop or play castle, but he decided to play h6. This move is an evidence that black have something wrong in the position. Basically black pieces are undeveloped like Lofars. Here Carlsen could capture the bishop. Let me show you the variation. Take bishop g4. Queen d7 knight d5. The pawn is pinned and black's small unconventional castle may create a problem for the h6 pawn. So after takes knight d8 protects it. Queen d3 queen f7 take queen e4 to shot the knight in front of the king. Black is in middle of the board and white is threatening to play f4 rook e1. How can black survive? It's like man vs wild discovery show. Castle f4, capture to eat the piece. The knight is just freezed in winter. Bishop f6, bishop takes check and you will lose the queen. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but in this position he played rook e1, queen here take, knight d5, playing long castle is the bad idea. I am showing you the variation, knight to b4 to double attack to the horsey, queen can't save herself alone, leaving the knight aside as black will face a fork between the king and rook on the c6 square, so f5, knight captured queen a5 to attack the a7 pawn, c5 move will lose your queen again. So if you slide the rook to help the king escape, be prepared for the king to get shot while crossing his secret trapdoor. It's like catching him in the act of sneaking out for a midnight snack. So Naka played a6 to protect the square, f4 castle, and after some moves later we have bishop f2 to play queen e3 to get the diagonal, but the knight is like a bone in meat, therefore black can play f5, rook c8 bishop h4 to get the f6 square, knight d4, and here he could play bishop f6. After knight takes f6 it can fork up the pieces, but he played knight f6 immediately. What you get by exchanging your knight, huh? Don't you have patience, Magnus? Do morning walk for 1 hour and meditation for 30 minutes daily. If you capture the bishop, then queen e6 check, simply wind the dark square bishop. The dark square bishop is most important piece there to stop growth for the pawns, because life isn't about growing through life is about growing through life. So king c1, and after some sequences of moves white played b3. Nakamura could build a strong structure with b5, but he opts to slide his king away like a mouse, scurrying back to its cave for no apparent reason, because after king b2 white gets nice attacking possibilities. If it was a 2000 elo chess, then players might exchange all the pieces and make this game draw, but it's 2800 elo chess. Carlsen could play f5, but he played rook h1, couple of moves later we have rook g5 c5, Carlsen should offer to do queen exchange, but he played rook h2. The problem in white's position is appearing, just in few moves. Rook takes d6 and white have a weakness on b3 square. The file will be seized by the rooks which Nake played, f5, black should capture the pawn, take bishop takes b3 queen takes b3 rook e2 check king ups rook check king d2, and white will lose his queen for nothing. Magnus would lose the game, but humans are inferior at chess because chess is a superior game. Naka played queen f1 to slap the ass of Magnus. Capture, and he could play queen a1, king needs to run, rook a2 check. King ups queen d1 king e3 rook e2 king here queen captured, and that's it. The king position is in a terrible condition. Black have 2 rooks and Naka will win the game, but chess friends, you know what you expect will not happen, what you never expect, that will happen, in our actual game. Nake played rook a1, blundering the game completely. Now Magnus had a chance to sacrifice his rook on b6, after take queen check. The king is exposed and it will be a checkmate in just 6 moves. Some king and queen dances, bear party, guitar song and checkmate arrives, game will be over. And if you want to defeat your opponent, then just comment, and subscribe to my channel, watch my videos daily and you will be the next Magnus Carlsen, because our current Magnus Carlsen is weak at chess. He didn't find the best move, instead he played queen c2, that's a time wastage and completely blunder because Hikaru can play rook a2 check. Capture rook a8, king b2 queen a1 check and mate, game over, that's all, pack your chess pieces and go back to your home. But Nakamura played rook a8, blundering the game again. Rook takes b6 was available but we have rook d7, king shouldn't go on c8 because of rook takes check, take and it will be a checkmate. King b8 is poisoned too because it will lead into checkmate in 2 moves. So after king c6, as a friend of Stockfish, Magnus said, Stockfish insulted me a lot, let me sacrifice my rook. Take rook c7, sacrificing and another rook, this is the double. Rook sacrifice to expose the king, it will be a checkmate in just few moves because the king is completely exposed with no arms and no weapon. I hope you enjoyed the game very much. This game was played in Speed Chess Championship, countdown for Christmas Day, 1, 2, 3, and checkmate. Wish you all the best, thanks for watching, subscribe for more, bye bye, take care, see you soon.